We're going to be going over the answer for the quick check number 1. So if you found yourself having problems, hopefully this will help you clear things up. So the first question for the quick check asks you to figure out how many electrons were in peak B. And so what we need to do is just figure out how many electrons there are in general in our element and go from there. So if we find fluorine on the periodic table here, fluorine has a total of 9 electrons. So that's going to be kind of our first start. And hopefully by now you guys have kind of noticed that there's a general pattern that we tend to see here. When we find our first peak that's got the highest energy here, there is always going to be 2 electrons in that first peak, unless we're talking about hydrogen, because hydrogen only has 1 electron. So this first peak here is going to have 2 electrons, and since peak B is the same height, peak B must also have 2 electrons in it. So that is the first question. How many electrons are in peak B? It is 2. Now, if we do the math here, 2 electrons and 2 electrons gives us 4 total, and there are 9 electrons total. That means we have 5 electrons that need to go into a subshell. So if you look here, this peak here represents another subshell. And if I look at the size of this, it's more than twice the size of peak B for peak C. And so that lets me know that there are 5 electrons in peak C. So hopefully that clears things up. If you still don't understand how this works, please let us know. Pop into a Google Meet or shoot us an email and we'll get things cleared up.